skinwalkers among us. In the merciless core of the desert, a chilling ordeal begins to unfold. I find myself hunched beside a lively campfire, sharing its soothing warmth with an aged tribesman whose eyes are misty gateways to dimensions drenched in time-worn tales. He spins stories of skinwalkers, his words waltzing on the night breeze. As a creature of ceaseless urban tumult, I'm drawn toward dismissing these narratives as simple tribal folklore. Yet there's an uncanny cadence in his voice that sends unease racing down my spine. Underneath the expansive celestial quilt, I fight to ignore his words that reverberate eerily through the sharp desert evening. He talks of entities capable of morphing their forms, enticing unsuspecting souls with familiar visages before revealing their true monstrous identities. Sleep is an elusive specter that night. Each whisper of wind and nocturnal bird call sounds like hushed secrets exchanged in soft murmurs. Then it commences, a gentle scratching against canvas, a sound that intensifies and becomes more persistent over time. My heart pounds in my chest, threatening to burst forth. Illuminating a flashlight isn't an option for fear of attracting whatever lurks outside nearer. Instead, I seize my phone and hastily type out a plea to Naomi, our park ranger, begging for assistance. Something scratching at my tent. Unfortunately, the signal is absent in this barren wilderness. The scratching amplifies, followed by a gruff growl that triggers another surge of goosebumps. Suddenly, silence falls and hangs heavily until disrupted by something large pressing against my frail sanctuary. An escape attempt unfolds, but as my fingers fumble with the zipper, something presses its face against the tent fabric, its eyes glowing with an eerie light that feels as if it's impaling my soul. The creature emits a sickening stench, a vile blend of decay and raw nature. Its growl resonates so powerfully that the ground beneath me almost trembles. This isn't merely some beast, it's terror personified. Panicked, I scream and dash into the advancing darkness, abandoning my phone in the process. The sound of pursuit echoes, but I dare not risk glancing back. A cabin materializes in the distance, and despite the searing pain from running in my bare feet, I muster every bit of strength to reach it. I knock desperately on the door, calling for Naomi. The door creaks open, unveiling an old woman. Her visage is a chronicle of existence, each crease bearing witness to her struggles with the merciless desert winds and the unyielding progression of time. Her gaze, as piercing as fragments of shattered glass, betrays no shock at my disordered state. "Enter," she beckons with a voice that's both gentle and commanding. My exhausted legs give way and I crumble onto the rough-hewn wooden floor. She stoops next to me, her sun-burnished hands tender as they examine the fresh injury on my arm. "Naomi is absent," she declares serenely, her calmness sending chills down my back. "But you are precisely where destiny intended." I squint up at her through exhaustion-fogged eyes. "Who are you? Where am I?" "Nita," she replies, "you're sheltered for now. Safe for now." These words fail to soothe the fear brewing within me like a seething pot of terror at my core. Nita kindles a lantern, and its comforting radiance bathes the bare room. One chair, a cot, and a table scattered with herbs and eerie animal bones. Over mugs of tea tasting of mint laced with an earthy hint, Nita unfolds her story. She is both healer and protector against unseen dangers lurking in the stark desert encircling us, threats such as skinwalkers who gorge on fear, my inner shadows, and are attracted to it like moths to light. A tide of remorse engulfs me as I remember dismissing the elder's cautions and how it nearly claimed my life. Nita passes me an ancient leather pouch holding a small stone that emits a faint luminescence. "A barrier," she elucidates, "to mask your fear and render you invisible to the skinwalker." That night I huddle in a corner of the cabin, gripping the stone firmly in my clammy hand. Each sigh of the desert wind outside sends tremors coursing down my back. But the anticipated assault never arrives. In the dawn, Nita devises her plan. She can't annihilate the skinwalker but can debilitate it, severing its link to the darkness it feasts on. Her method is a ritual involving enigmatic incantations and herbs with a bittersweet scent. As Nita intones, an unseen force permeates the air, making it throb with energy. The wind roars outside in protest while sweat pearls on Nita's furrowed forehead. With a fierce yell, she hurls a handful of flaming herbs toward an open window. A beastly shriek reverberates through the desert before silence descends like a weighty pall. Nita collapses back, her face as white as chalk. "It's wounded," she wheezes out, "but still lethal." She hands me a map and directs me to follow the northern path back to safety at the ranger station. Departing is hard. I've grown attached to this harsh yet mesmerizing land that is both stunningly beautiful and fatal. The return trip is a haze of blistering sun and barren landscapes. Bruised but not defeated, I finally reach sanctuary at the ranger station where Naomi discovers me. Her relief morphs into astonishment as I narrate my ordeal, dismissed as hallucinations induced by dehydration and terror, but deep within me, I know better. The skinwalker likely continues to hide in the shadowy recesses of that desert. Its fiery eyes and foul stench are forever seared into my memory. The barren wasteland seized a part of me, the city dweller who once scoffed at age-old fables, yet in its merciless grip, it bequeathed an invaluable treasure, an understanding of enigmatic forces that lie just beyond the reach of our comprehension. It instilled within me a profound reverence for the wisdom woven into the fabric of fireside narratives, stories pulsating with raw truths and stark warnings for those bold enough to listen and learn. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. See you next time. Thank you for watching.